Hi, this is Teresa Wagger with PremierDesignWebsites.com, and today we're here to talk to you about how to add a guest blogger to your WordPress blog or website. And question has come up with some other clients that the issue has been if you've grown your website, you've grown your blog, so you want to have some guests come in and do blog posts, or even if you're a small business and you have 2 or 3 people that are putting blog posts or posts on your website, or you want to have 2 or 3 people who are able to change the pages. What do you do? How can you restrict them from not being able to access and change everything on the website, but just the posts or the pages? So let's go and see what our options are. There's a couple here. So we have a number of different roles explained. The first one is the administrator, which is typically, I'm assuming that's who I'm talking to today, is the person who can change, update, add widgets, add plugins, change posts, publish things on your website. Any of those things that you have complete control of your website, the administrator can do virtually anything to the website. And that's great for the person who knows what to do. Often when I complete a new website for a client, I show them the areas that they can access as administrator, because the owner of the website should have administrative privileges, but also talk about the things that they shouldn't touch. So that's important. Now, the next one is an editor. And an editor is a role where the person who's the editor can write, edit, publish posts and pages for themselves and anybody else. So they're sort of, if you think about a newspaper, they're the guy who approves everything and sees everything and can write their own editorials as well. But they do not have access to things like widgets and plugins and those things. So let's go ahead and what I like to do is I'm going to go in and we're going to show you how to set up an editor. And I want to show you by logging in what you get as an editor, because it's a little bit different than an administrator. And then we'll go through the other 3 possible roles and I'll show you each one of those and how they differ. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is give you the options that you can choose for your roles as the individual people on your website. So for example, maybe there is somebody who you want to be able to be responsible for all the content that goes onto your website, but you don't want them to be able to change everything else on it. And that's a good place for an editor. Or maybe you have somebody who's just one time coming in is going to write a post for you, but you want to check it over before they do. That's what a contributor can do. And let's say you have someone who's coming in regularly as an author that can just do posts, not pages. And remember, pages are the things that don't change a whole lot usually on the website. It's not part of your blog. But you want them to have the privilege to publish them, because that's what they're capable of doing. So that would be your author. So let's go and we're going to look at each one of these and how it looks different on WordPress too. So let's go ahead and we are going to go here. And here is your dashboard. Yay! You just log into your website and you come up with a dashboard, which is where we want to start. So down here is users, and I am logged into administrator, and you can see I can see everything. I can see posts and media and links and pages and appearance and plugins and users, and this is an important role as the administrator. You can add and subtract users as well, and all the plugins and everything else that's associated with your website. So to be able to add any of these new roles, you want to go down here to user, and I'm going to click add new user. Okay, now you have a list of things we want to fill in. You want to fill in a username. I find it's easiest either to use the beginning of their email or to use their name, something along those lines. So I'm going to say Coffee Joe is the username, and we'll make that. I am making these up, so do not send emails to these people, please. Okay, and Joe Coffee. You tell it's the afternoon, and coffee, even though I don't even like coffee, sounds good. All right, and a really long password Make sure you put numbers and symbols in your passwords to make them safer and more secure. And you can send this to the user if you want to. I'm going to set up this role as an editor. Okay, so that's where you select the role. Right there it says role, and the drop down you can see all your choices. And I'm going to select editor and click add new user. All right, now you can see, I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Where is Joe? Oh, there he is. Right here, Coffee Joe. Okay, name, email, and his role is editor. Okay, so let's go ahead and log out. Click log out. Let's hope I remember the password here. So, Coffee Joe. This is a test to see if I can remember that password. I just entered real fast. All right, good. Okay, now you can see this looks very different on his dashboard. He has access to posts, media, links, pages. He can approve comments. He has his profile and tools, which I'm not sure what that is. Oh, don't worry about that. Sorry. So Joe can go in and he can add posts, and he can edit posts. He can also add pages and edit pages. So that allows me to edit them. Okay. And he can approve comments. So those are the things that an editor can do. So let's log back out. Get back into the administrator. Okay, so we've done the editor. Now we're going to do the author. And the author can write, edit, publish their own posts, but they don't have access to pages this time. So if you want them to have access to pages, they need to be an editor. Okay, so let's go back and we're going to create an author. So go to users and get add new. We're going to be really good at this by the time we're done here. So this is an author. So Megan, whoops, I'll spell letters. Megan, author. So I remember which one it is. And just keep adding this information. And again, remember long password. Okay, so Megan is going to be an author here. We'll click on author. And then we're going to add new user. And there's Megan author right there. So let's log out again. Megan author. And the very long password. Okay, now you can see that Megan here only has access to posts and media and comments. And I'm thinking maybe the comments are going to be, no, she does have access. Oh, although she can see all the comments, she's only going to have access to the comments that are on the post that she publishes. So she can see all of these, but she can't edit them. She can view them, but she can't edit them. Okay? Not sure about her access with media. She can view the media, and I'm sure she can insert it, but that's all the access she has to it. Okay, so let's log out. We'll go back to our administrator in the meantime. So Megan gets to be our author, and she only can access those posts, but she is allowed to publish on the posts. Contributor, which I'm not going to set up, because the only real difference between author and contributor is that a contributor cannot publish. So if you want your guest blogger or your employee to be able to publish the blogs on their own, you want to make them an author. If not, make them a contributor. And finally, the last one is subscriber, and that person only has access to their own profile. They don't get access to anything else on your site, and they can't write posts or pages. This is useful. I think there's some plugins that like to have subscribers. If you have a membership site set up, a subscriber is often used that way. Okay, so let's go over this real quick one more time. The administrator is the person who manages everything on your website. They have access to everything to change, to update, whether it's themes, etc. Your editor has access to all the posts and pages. They can create them, and they can publish them, and they could do their own, and they could do others. Authors and contributors can write and edit their own posts they have no access to pages, but they also an author can publish their posts, but a contributor cannot. And finally, the subscriber who just is there. So that is our discussion today of how to add a guest blogger to your WordPress blog or plugin. This is Teresa Wagner with PremierDesignWebsites.com, and I hope you have a wonderful day.